The final pick of the first round. Raw selects.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
After the weeks of AEW controversy, WWE reached into its bag of tricks and they whipped out the return of Chris Benoit. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. Of course they didn't, guys, alright? But Triple H was announcing the last pick for WWE Raw in the first round, which, by the way, we'll get to our SmackDown review because that draft looks horrendous. I believe apart from Nia Jax and Braun Breaker, they're the only two changes on... no. I say two, not Braun Breaker. Wait, I know Braun Breaker, right? So Braun Breaker went to Raw and Nia Jax went to SmackDown, and I believe everyone else stayed on their brand. And it's exactly what we said, though. Like, they label it a draft, right? And then normally the next week it's ruined. It's literally ruined tonight. Like, I just do not get this. Why can't they just have it like they did previously, where everybody's like eligible for a move, but no one, like, it's random, and therefore you get moved, rather than this gimmick of everyone's eligible and we just re-pick everybody. It's like the Bloodline get picked for SmackDown again, Seth Rollins gets picked for Raw, everybody apart from two people just get picked for the brand they're on. Like, how much of a waste of time is that? You've got Triple H and Cody Rhodes standing out there, and I tell you what, if some fan in the crowd didn't shout out Chris Benoit, there wouldn't even be a singular fid getting made on the WWE draft. It's pathetic, man. I mean, as bad as the AEW is, and as pathetic as they have been, at least there's talking points the past couple of weeks. And as Eric Bischoff once said, controversy creates cash. Now, Tony Khan has got enough cash, so it doesn't really matter what he creates in the Uncle Benjamin department. But at the end of the day, WWE has been so boring since Mania. Like, they've done nothing. Like, I'm not going to say it's been overly... Like, AEW has been overly bad, but that's made it actually entertaining to watch, in my opinion. Actually seeing Tony Khan take these moves, seeing Tony Khan compare WWE to Harvey Weinstein is entertaining. Seeing him wear a neck brace and forget how to sell, to me, is entertaining. It's that bad, it's funny. And I think that's what a lot of people almost, like, forget. Like, they bury WCW, like, in the early 2000s. WCW in the early 2000s smokes on anything in, like, the past 10 years. Because, you know what, yeah, was it a mess? But see Hogan see Jeff Jarrett taking the finger poke of doom. Give me that every day of the week over this. Sorry, excuse what we're getting now. Cody Rhodes coming out. What do you want to talk about? No, controversy behind the scenes. That's exactly what I want to see. It's exactly what I want to see. And I wouldn't have minded a Chris Benoit return, but obviously, folks, we're not going to get a Chris Benoit return. If Tony Khan, right, somehow one day got the WWE library, I think this guy would promise a Benoit return. He would. And I might see David Benoit. If David Benoit's serious about getting into wrestling and having a career, Tony Khan will sign him up and probably call him Chris Benoit. Christopher Benoit Jr. That's probably what he would do. And it's scary to think, but what I liked about this is the guy who shouted Chris Benoit, Triple H gave like a smirk and almost broke character. And there's a lot of Chris Benoit fan pages, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, hell, they're probably on Bebo and all that stuff from back in the day. But yeah, I haven't actually checked any Twitter and Facebook fan pages of Benoit. But they'll be marking it for this stuff. All those wee Indian guys living in their wee huts, they'll be fucking pure mark. This will make their day. The fact that Benoit's been mentioned on WWE television, it's been what? I think it's been about 18 months since Clash at the Castle, and the guy came out with the Better Dad than Chris Benoit t-shirt, which, here, it's just a bit of banter at the end of the day, isn't it? But Chris Benoit, guys, draft it to Raw as the last pick. Not really, but imagine Triple H just went, you know what, actually, that's a great fucking idea. Screw Seth Rollins. I'm picking Chris Benoit, and he came out. Imagine that. That would shatter the wrestling world in two.